Alright, how's it going, guys? My name is the Glookster, and welcome to a very long video in the making. I played every single Kingdom Hearts game this year for the first time, and basically in this video I'm just going to be talking about my quick thoughts and opinions of every single game. Now, like lots of other new Kingdom Hearts fans, I was introduced to this series through older fans. I was introduced to this series through Mr. Key, my good friend Key in the fellow N10 group. He told me how much fun these games were, so like I decided to, just give it a shot. And let me see what I thought. He actually helped me buy the Kingdom Hearts Story So Far collection. So way back in January of 2020, pre-COVID-19, I started playing Kingdom Hearts 1, and it was super fun. Now, before I get into the depth of each game, I'm just going to say that I did play Kingdom Hearts The Story So Far, plus Kingdom Hearts 3 with Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. So I did play every single Kingdom Hearts game this year. With Melody of Memory coming out soon, I'm very excited because I'm actually caught up with the rest of the Kingdom Hearts community, which is pretty cool. But basically, a quick rundown. I'm just going to be giving my quick thoughts and opinions again. Of each game. There's about 10 games in this series so far. I also, to my understanding, know that some of the games in this PS4 package of the story so far are just movies or with no gameplay necessarily. It's just got a bunch of lore for you to understand. And the actual games are not on the PS4, and if you want to actually experience the actual game, you'll have to get it on the different system. From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, let's get started with Kingdom Hearts 1. So for Kingdom Hearts 1, I played Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, which is the HD version of Kingdom Hearts 1 from the PS2 to the PS4. I have to say, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was kind of clunky, kind of weird, because I was trying to get used to the controls and stuff. As I was playing, I started to really get into the game. There are some parts where I felt the game was really kind of cringy, or a little bit too goofy for me or something like that. But when you look really into it, it's Final Fantasy mixed with Disney. What is not to be gooey or too goofy about it? In Kingdom Hearts 1, you play as Sora, and you have to save the 7 Princesses of Light in order to stop Maleficent from taking over. Maleficent isn't the true villain. I'm going off of memory, by the way, so this is kind of very unscripted. I'm just kind of going off of memory to talk about all this stuff. Basically, my quick thoughts. I won't go too much into the story. I'm just going to talk about the gameplay, my other thoughts about this stuff. Kingdom Hearts 1, the gameplay was pretty fun. I think it's the most unique out of the whole series. In the other games, whenever you use cure magic to heal, it takes away your entire magic bar and you have to wait for it to reload. But then in Kingdom Hearts 1, it only uses a part of your magic, so you can just heal a bunch if you need to, which is pretty nice. I really like that. And then to refill your magic, you have to attack enemies and stuff, and it refills your gauge, or you can just use an ether to quickly just refill your magic. Yeah, overall, I thought it was a really fun game. Fun, quick little thing before I move on to Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, which is the next game in the series. Kingdom Hearts, when I first started playing Kingdom Hearts, I did not know that you could change Keyblades. I don't know why I didn't know this. I played on normal difficulty, and I played through the entire game without changing my Keyblade and without equipping any abilities, because I didn't know that there were abilities either, which is kind of weird when you think about it, because there's one part where you go into Monstro, the Pinocchio whale, you equip abilities for the whole squad, with high jump or fly, glide, whatever it's called, and then you can start flying or whatever. But for some reason, I did not know that there were abilities, fighting abilities for specifically Sora, Donald, and Goofy respectively. So I played through the whole game with the standard 3-hit combo, basic Kingdom Key Keyblade. I did that throughout the whole game, except for the final boss. At the final boss, I was getting very frustrated, and I could not figure out how to beat it. And so I went to my great friend Key, and I asked him about it, and he asked me what Keyblade I was using, and I was like, the kingdom key. What other key would I be using? And he was like, bro, you have other keyblades, you know that, right? And I was like, what? I have other keyblades. I was so confused. So like he had me go to my menu, and I had like Oathkeeper and Oblivion and stuff like that. And I was like, what? How did I not know I had these or whatever? So I equipped Oblivion, and then he had me go to my abilities, and I had none of the abilities equipped. So I equipped a bunch of abilities, as much as I could get. I was very stunned by this, because whenever I leveled up, I always thought AP was attack power and not ability points. So yeah, that's a my bad, but I'm glad I learned that, because it helped me out throughout the rest of the series at least. Yeah, I played through the entire game except for the final boss with no abilities and basic Kingdom Key. Let's move on to Kingdom Hearts Reach of Memories. I've been talking about Kingdom Hearts 1 way too long. Kingdom Hearts Reach of Memories, I'm not gonna lie, made me very angry when I first started playing it, and it actually made me go on like a 3-month hiatus from Kingdom Hearts, because I did not want to play it, but I had to play this game in order to continue through this series, because I really wanted to play Kingdom Hearts 2, but I couldn't play Reach of Memories. It was just making me so mad, because I didn't understand the combat system. I was like, why? Like, I understand that Reach of Memories is originally a Game Boy Advance game, and that's why it has like the turn-based card system or whatever. Since it was running off of the Kingdom Hearts, this was like a remake almost, running off of the Kingdom Hearts 1 engine. I was really hoping that, you know, they would just use the Kingdom Hearts 1 combat system. I really did not understand like why this was the case, but anyway, I digress. Reach of Memories, after about 3 months, I decided to get back into it and just continue my save file from where I left off. I wasn't that far. I had only gotten to like, I'd only beaten like the first world or whatever, so I really wasn't that far. I just made myself play it because I really wanted to continue the series. So I just made myself play through it, and honestly, as I progressed through the game, I really started to learn and interpret how the card system worked. By the end of the game, I actually really started to enjoy the card system. Like, literally, like, when I was fighting Marluxia at the end, Marluxia was really hard. The first phase of Marluxia was very hard when you're fighting his after image or whatever it is. But when I actually fought Marluxia for real at the final boss, I never died. It was very interesting, because I started to learn how to, basically I learned how to cheese the game. So I used the cheese to like get through the game. I kind of like learned how to exploit the system basically, and then I did it. Anyway, let's move on to Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days. Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days is just one of those movie games in the collection. I understand that it's like an actual game for a different console. I don't know what it's for though. Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days on the PS4 at least is just a movie. So there's like a lot of text to read and then just like a bunch of cutscenes to watch. It's about like, I would say it's about like 2.5 hours long from what I remember. And it just covers some like backstory and the characters and stuff. Kind of like how in Reach of Memories, it takes place after Kingdom Hearts 1 and it's Sora looking for Kairi, and he gets lost. Oh yeah, this is actually something I should talk about for Reach of Memories. I also think Reach of Memories is honestly the most important game in the entire franchise, because almost every game has something in it that is referenced from Chain of Memories, because there's like events that happen or like things that are equivalent to Sora because of things that happened in Chain of Memories. For example, like the Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days, this takes place alongside Chain of Memories. It basically fills in the lore for characters Axel, Roxas, and Xion, who are a part of Organization 13, which you learn more about in Kingdom Hearts 2. Overall, like, you just get to learn more about some other characters, and I thought it was pretty nice. Let's move on to Kingdom Hearts 2. When I finally started playing Kingdom Hearts 2, I was so pumped. Kingdom Hearts 2 was an amazing experience for me. I remember just playing the absolute crap out of it. I loved the music. I loved the world, the new worlds, the new like side characters. I loved learning about the connection between Roxas and Sora. Sora, you know, growing a bit older, getting new clothes, and going on another adventure with Donald and Goofy. Very fun stuff. They brought back the Kingdom Hearts 1 like combat system, thank God, but like they improved it. So now there's like different forms that you can take as you like power up and stuff like that. It was overall really cool. As you play through Kingdom Hearts 2, you get to learn who the true villain behind all of the darkness and Heartless and all that is. I'm not really one to explain story. Again, I'm just really kind of talking about gameplay and things like that. Anyways, let's move on to Birth by Sleep. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. In my opinion, this is probably the worst game in the franchise. I hated playing Birth by Sleep. It felt so clunky to me, and it just felt so like dumb. Of course, like the lore in it is definitely needed though. So I don't know, just like at the time of me playing this, I didn't really care about other characters. I just wanted to keep learning about Sora's story. Once you play through Birth by Sleep, I understand now that like Ventus and Sora are connected, and Terra is connected to Xehanort and all that good stuff, and like Aqua's doing her part or whatever. I really had to warm up to these characters, to Terra, Ventus, and Aqua, because I don't know, I felt like there was way too many characters going into this universe, and I just really wanted to keep playing as Sora and keep learning about his story, and I just like the main Sora gameplay basically. If we move on to Kingdom Hearts Recoded, I believe this was another movie in Kingdom Hearts Recoded. It's basically some extra lore movie content, whatever. I forget what this game was originally for. It was translated into a movie for the PS4. Don't remember what the gameplay or like where it takes place in like this Kingdom Hearts timeline. From what I remember in Recoded, Sora, there's a digital Sora in King Mickey's computer, and they're trying to analyze some data that was within Sora, I believe, and they're trying to figure out what's going on somewhere in there. I almost remember nothing of Recoded, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It was a fun watch, but I'm gonna move on to Dream Drop Distance now. Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD. I loved playing Dream Drop Distance. This game was pretty interesting. Like when I first started playing it, I played like a quarter of the way through. No, not even. I played like the beginning of the game, and then I stopped playing, and I took a very long break from Kingdom Hearts because Rechain of Memories and Recoded, I binged all of those games. So I binged Chain of Memories, 358, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, and Recoded. And then when I was playing Dream Drop, I got kind of burnt out. Like right at the beginning of Dream Drop, I just kind of stopped playing it, and I took like maybe a month off to regenerate my wants to play more Kingdom Hearts. And I played some different games or whatever. I decided to hop back into Dream Drop Distance because I really wanted to get back into it, so I did, and dang, I really loved the worlds in this game. I really loved how I got to play as Riku in this one, like for like half the game. One thing that I thought was kind of dumb was how you had to replay through a single world twice as Riku and Sora to kind of make up for the lack of worlds in this game. It was still a really fun experience because there's lore towards why you play through a world twice. It kind of makes up for it. Easily my favorite world in this game was the Fantasia world. The Fantasia world brought back a lot of nostalgic memories of me watching Fantasia when I was a kid, and it was just super unique, and I really enjoyed it, and it actually like made me want to listen to classical music again for a little bit. So I actually took a few weeks of just listening to the pieces that were in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop, but the Three Musketeers world was also amazing. Anyways, so let's continue on to Kingdom Hearts Point 2 Birth by Sleep. Before we continue on to the next Kingdom Hearts game, however, I really want you guys to listen to a couple of the Fantasia pieces that were played within the Fantasia world. Take a listen. Point 2 Birth by Sleep is like an extra passage piece of the original Birth by Sleep. It tells more of Aqua's story, and for me, it personally kind of feels like graphic demo of the new Kingdom Hearts engine that was going to be used for Kingdom Hearts 3. So this game is really short. You just play as Aqua as she's roaming through the realm of darkness. You get to learn like where she ended up falling into the void of darkness, and it's just kind of an extra story arc for her before you get into the Kingdom Hearts back cover. Kingdom Hearts back cover is a mini movie that uses the new engine for Kingdom Hearts, for the Kingdom Hearts series, and it kind of just shows off like kind of the origins of the Keyblade Masters and stuff like that, and it was pretty interesting, and some of the stuff in Kingdom Hearts back cover does connect to stuff in Kingdom Hearts 3, which I'm very excited to now finally start talking about. So in Kingdom Hearts 3, easily, like, the reason I even wanted to get into this entire series was to play Kingdom Hearts 3, because Toy Story World, let's go, freaking Monsters Inc. World, sign me up, bro. That's one of the things I absolutely, like, really loved about playing through this entire series, was getting to interact with a bunch of Disney World and characters and helping them fight against whatever villains are in their worlds and stuff like that, like helping Ariel, helping Aladdin with Genie, saving Jasmine, or going to the Hercules world. Speaking of the Hercules world, Thebes slash the mountain for Olympus in Kingdom Hearts 3 is easily the best Hercules world in the entire series. The Kingdom Hearts 3 game was an incredible experience for me. I would definitely consider Kingdom Hearts 3 to be my favorite game out of this entire series. Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind was pretty fun. It was just like an alternate ending to Kingdom Hearts 3, but they're both the normal ending and the alternate ending are both canon, so I don't know how that works. I guess that's how it is. So Kingdom Hearts 3 was super fun. I'm trying to platinum it right now, actually, so that was a super good time. Kingdom Hearts in general was a very amazing experience, and I can't wait to continue my journey as being a new Kingdom Hearts fan. It was just overall a beautiful experience. I'm still grinding away to be the ultimate Keyblade Master, and I had a lot of fun with these games. That's pretty much all I got to say for now. Again, Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3, Chain of Memories, 358 by 2 Days, Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance. They were all fun. They were all so much fun to play. Birth by Sleep was the least amount of fun, but I still had some fun with it at least. Because it kind of had some origins to show off. That was pretty much all I have to really say about Kingdom Hearts. Let me know your thoughts about the Kingdom Hearts series. Let me know what your favorite game in the series is, what your favorite character is. Let me know all this good stuff. Quick shout out to my good friend Linkachu for editing this video because I was too lazy to do it. So you're the man. And without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been the Glooksta, and I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao!